go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta fill up.
All right, what is going on, good people? And welcome back to the Juggernaut Show. I'm your host, Juggernaut097, and today I'm here to do my WWE Payback 2023 review. Yes, I know this is a bit of a belated review for WWE Payback, which Payback was last weekend. It was during Labor Day weekend. It was on September 2nd, last weekend. Labor Day was a busy weekend for me. Last weekend I went to a wrestling show, Wrestling Revolver. I still need to upload that vlog. But I was just kind of all wrestled out last weekend, and it took me a while to get around to watching WWE Payback. So it took me a little bit to, get around to watching the show. And of course, we had All Out last weekend, so I did watch that on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, it was just Labor Day weekend was just really busy for me. So and there's just so much wrestling to stay caught up on. I just was all wrestled out after watching Revolver, going to that independent show. And also, I wasn't really feeling the greatest during this week, as you guys could tell from my voice. I kind of have a sore throat a little bit. I'm very congested, so sorry about that. There's some sicknesses going around and stuff. But I need to get this review out for you guys. I need to review this Payback show. So, without further ado, let's get started with this review. So, WWE Payback 2023. Overall, I think this show actually exceeded my expectations. Like, I really was going, like, my expectations were going into the show was very, very low. My expectations going into the show were very low. And they exceeded my expectations. Like, I really enjoyed the Pittsburgh street fight between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Judgment Day. That was a really fun match. That was probably the best match of the night, in my opinion. Shinsuke Nakamura and Seth Rollins had a good match, and the opener was fun. So, hey, this show really exceeded my expectations because I thought, this is basically will be like a glorified Raw with a few SmackDown matches. That's basically what I thought this was going to be. But hey, this was definitely a solid premium live event. So, the first match that kicked off the night was a steel cage match between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. And this was the first time that Trish Stratus has ever been in a steel cage match, which I thought this was one of the best matches that Trish Stratus has put on like throughout her whole career. This was a really good match for her. But, both women worked really good in this match. Trish Stratus, she got thrown into the cage a lot. Her face got like thrown into the cage, and she had a pretty bad knot on her head. There was one shot that Becky Lynch was taking at her. We even saw a little bit of blood coming out. I think it was coming off of Becky Lynch during the match. We saw a pretty nice Widow's Peak that Trish Stratus hit, a nice homage to Victoria. So that was pretty cool. And even we saw a Twist of Fate from Becky Lynch. Another nice homage for Lita. Lita and Victoria, they were in the first ever women's steel cage match back in the early 2000s. So nice plain homages to that there. But I like the suplex that Becky Lynch hit off the top of the at the top of the steel cage. That was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, both women worked very well. Becky Lynch ended up retaining, or not retaining. She ended up winning the match by hitting the manhandle slam off the top turnbuckle. It wasn't off the top of the cage, but I mean, it was still a pretty cool sight, seeing it off the top turnbuckle. But yeah, Becky Lynch ended up winning. And also, we had some interference happen throughout the match where Zoe Starks, she actually got involved. She actually got into the cage. But Becky Lynch ended up overcoming the odds, beating down both of them. And then after the match, I thought they were going to do something like really predictable. Like I thought they were going to turn Trish Stratus' face or something. But they ended up turning Zoe Stark's face here. They ended up having Zoe Starks hit her Z360 on Trish Stratus because Zoe Starks was still trying to help Trish Stratus after the match, but Trish Stratus wasn't having none of it. She pushed her away, and Zoe Starks, she just hit her with that Z360. So yeah, we have a face Zoe Starks here now. So that's definitely gonna be interesting to see going forward. But I mean, definitely this was Trish Stratus's best match that she had in her like whole career, basically. This was a fun match. And this match was a lot better than their match that they had on Raw, like back like a couple weeks after SummerSlam. But yeah, fun match here. And then the next match we had was LA Knight, yeah, going up against The Miz. And originally this was supposed to be a normal one-on-one match, but John Cena was the host of Payback. So John Cena, he decided to make himself the special guest referee. He decided to make himself the special guest referee because he wasn't telling all the stuff that he's done throughout his career. He's been a doctor. He's never been a host of a show. What else was he saying? He's been the main event. He's been the opener. He's been in the middle of the card. And he's announcing like a whole bunch of things, telling all the things he's done throughout his career. But the only thing he hasn't done was be a host. And the Miz and Cena, they had a nice little promo back and forth. They were kind of going, yeah, yeah, and they were kind of using LA Knight's catchphrase, which that's really taken off. People are so behind LA Knight. Saying his catchphrase, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be bigger than the what chant, but I mean, it's a pretty simple catchphrase. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like saying "hell yeah," when Stone Cold says that. But it's just pretty simple. You say "yeah," and people are so behind LA Knight with the charisma that he does. But yeah, I mean, this match was okay for what it was. I mean, the Miz basically giving LA Knight a rub here. Yeah, I mean, the Miz doesn't need to be winning in 2023. Like he doesn't need to be winning like big matches, so that was good that they gave LA Knight the win here by hitting his blunt force trauma. He hit his finisher. It was nice having Cena be the special guest referee because this match was just normal one-on-one match without special guest referee. I thought this match would have been meh in my opinion. I mean, it was still kind of meh, but it was a little better with having Cena in there and kind of getting both of their faces. Yeah, getting both of their faces. But yeah, LA Knight ended up winning. And then after the match, Cena, showed LA Knight their respect and kind of gave him the rub. So, there's a lot of people there behind LA Knight, and LA Knight, he's keeps on trending, and he's doing some great stuff here. But yeah, LA Knight ended up beating the Miz. And then the next match we had was the United States Championship match. We had Rey Mysterio going up against Austin Theory. To be honest, this was just a generic SmackDown match. Nothing crazy. And if you guys are not sold on LA Knight, not LA Knight, Austin Theory, this isn't going to be a match that makes you get sold on Austin Theory here. I'm just saying that right now. I mean, it was cool, the stuff that they were doing. Rey Mysterio, he was working good the match. I like the kind of counters to the A-Town Down, like into like the Hurricane Rana. I thought that was cool stuff that they were doing. The counters into like the 619. But Rey Mysterio ended up retaining the United States Championship by doing a roll up onto Austin Theory. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this match. And then the next match we had was the Pittsburgh Street Fight for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. We had Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defending the titles. Give me 1 second here. I'm getting a call. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to answer a phone call really quick. But yeah, we had the Pittsburgh Street Fight for the undisputed tag team championships. Uh, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn defending the titles against the Judgment Day of Finn Balor and Mr. Money in the Bank Damian Priest. This was the best match of the night. Like, if you haven't watched Payback yet, and there's only one match you need to check out, and it's this match right here. This match was so good. There were so many there were nice spots in this match. I mean, there was a lot of interference with the rest of the Judgment Day, like Dominic Mysterio, he came out throughout the match. We even saw Rhea Ripley come out. JD McDonough, he got involved. It was a really fun match. There was a lot of nice table spots. Um, I like when Kevin Owens did that. Uh, it was a swanton bomb off the balcony through. It was onto Dominic Mysterio off the balcony in the crowd through a table. I thought that was a really nice spot in the match. Um, I like the blue thunder bomb through a whole bunch of chairs. I thought that was a pretty cool spot in the match. Um, yeah, like I said, Dominic Mysterio, he was getting involved a lot. Even we saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They halfway throughout the match, they were fighting the crowd, and then they put on some Pittsburgh Penguins jerseys, and they had some hockey sticks, and they were beating down the Judgment Day with them. I thought that was pretty cool, because they were in Pittsburgh, wearing those black and gold jerseys. I thought that was pretty dope. Um, what else? Rhea Ripley, she did a pretty nice barricade spear onto Kevin Owens. That was pretty cool. But yeah, JD McDonough, he caused interference, helped Judgment Day here. But the end, it came down to it was Sami Zayn and Finn Balor were fighting out in the ring. It looks like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were about to win, but Dominic Mysterio, he hits who's he hit? He hit Sami Zayn with hit the Money in the Bank briefcase, and then Finn Balor just lays his hand over him and just pins Sami Zayn. And new undisputed tag team champions are the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And you got that pretty cool shot of them holding all their titles up, the Money in the Bank briefcase, the North American Championship, the Women's Championship. You saw that. I thought that was really cool. Which I really wasn't expecting KO and Sami Zayn to lose here, but yeah, they ended up losing here. So hopefully, they keep Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as a tag team. Hopefully they don't have them split apart. Hopefully they, keep the momentum going with them. Or just keep them as a tag team. I just don't want to be splitting apart like they always do. But yeah, definitely a solid match here. Best match of the night, in my opinion. And then the next match we have was the uh world the World Heavyweight Championship women's match. Or man, I can't even talk right now. The Women's World Heavyweight Championship title match. Rhea Ripley defending the title against Raquel Rodriguez or Gonzalez. I always say her name wrong. Yeah, I thought this was a decent match. It seemed like this match could have been on Monday Night Raw, in my opinion. I liked their NXT match that they had like back in, was it 2019? 2020? I don't remember what year it was. I think it was 2020. But that match that they had that year was like really good. But yeah, this was, I mean, both women, they're pretty big women here, you know. They work different type of styles here. I like how Rhea Ripley was working on Raquel's leg throughout the match, really targeting that. Props to Rhea for coming back out here, after doing that barricade spear, the match prior. So, props to Rhea for doing that. But yeah, I had no doubt that Rhea was going to be retaining here. I had no doubt that she was going to retain her women's World Heavyweight Championship. Like I said, it was just an average match, nothing too crazy here. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next match here. 1 second. Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, I don't know why I always call her Raquel Gonzalez. I just want to call her by her NXT name for some reason. But yeah, we'll move on to the main event, which we had was Seth Rollins defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. And boy, this match got a lot of time here. Like 26 minutes here, almost half an hour. Um, I was kind of concerned, with how much time it got because Shinsuke Nakamura hasn't worked that long in a very, very long time. And people, Seth Rollins wanted to see the Shinsuke Nakamura, that was like from Wrestle Kingdom 4, or the Wrestle Kingdom when he faced AJ Styles and stuff like that. People weren't sure if they or if Shinsuke Nakamura still had it in him, still had that, that dog in him, um, that that like kind of like ruthless aggression maybe, or that physicality in him. People didn't know if he had that great wrestling ability still in him. Um, yeah, so Seth Rollins wanted to see that out of Shinsuke Nakamura, see if he still had it in him. Yeah, this was definitely a fun match though. Not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the match was kind of a little too long, but I mean, hey, it was fun. I like how Nakamura was really working on Seth Rollins' back, his like lower back, like his lumbar region, because apparently Seth Rollins he has some like a couple like broken vertebrae, like in his lower back. So I don't know how serious that is. I don't know if Rollins is gonna have to get surgery eventually, but he was really selling that really good. I like the transitions into like the Kinshasa throughout the match, like the different reversals that they were doing. Um, the ending kind of came abruptly, like Nakamura was going for like a roll up, and then Seth Rollins just counters it into a doing a stomp onto Shinsuke Nakamura and ends up retaining the World Heavyweight Championship, and that's how Seth Rollins retained. And then after the match, Nakamura attacked him again, took out Seth Rollins. And this was when it was off air, but people had some footage of this. Yeah, but Seth Rollins wasn't going to be losing here. But I mean, this was definitely fun stuff. It was nice to see Nakamura put this good match on. And it was kind of seemed like this Pittsburgh crowd. It was kind of like a cold reaction to like Nakamura here. But I mean, they did start chanting his name like a little bit later on throughout the match. But I don't know, like people were kind of skeptical about see if Nakamura could put on a great match, because we haven't seen him do it in a long time. But yeah, fun match here. Yeah, it was definitely a solid match. Like I said, this went on a little too long for me. But yeah, that was my WWE Payback 2023 review. Overall, I thought it was a solid show. It exceeded my expectations. Like I said, I was going into the show with low expectations, but hey, it was definitely solid for what it was. Like definitely the match to check out in the show is definitely the Pittsburgh Street Fight. The opener is fun. The main event is decent for what it is. Yeah. Um, Now, does the show have much replay value? I'm going to say not really. I mean, maybe only one match, like to really go replay is the Pittsburgh Street Fight, like I said. But hey, I mean, definitely a solid premium live event here. Yeah, so it's definitely some videos that are coming up in the future. So I'm going to be doing a Impact Wrestling Victory Road review, which Victory Road was last night on Impact Plus and Fight TV. So I'm going to be reviewing that, which I still need to watch that. What else do I got? I'm gonna be doing some reactions maybe later on this upcoming week, so definitely stay tuned for that. What else? I got an unboxing coming soon from AEW Shop, so you definitely gonna want to stay tuned for that one. But yeah, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, go down in the comments, let me know what you guys want to see on my channel. Let me know what some discussions you want to see, different type of videos. I like to interact with you guys, so definitely go down in the comments. Go down the live chat. Let me know what you guys want to see, and don't forget to follow me on all my social media platforms. Go follow me on X at the True JSB and Instagram at the True JSB as well. See my social media platforms right down there, and they're in the description below. And go subscribe to all the channels down in the description below as well. But like I said, subscribe, like, comment, turn on the notification bell to be notified every time I make a new video. So you don't have to wonder, oh, when's Juggernaut making a new video? Well, you know when I'm making a new video because you have on my notifications. But this is your boy Juggernaut saying peace out, and I will catch you guys in my next video, whenever that may be. So deuces.